She had everything: power, wealth, and the kind of life people only dream of. But what happens when life reminds you that money can't buy breath or second chances? This is the story of Naa Dedei, a young woman raised in riches, feared in boardrooms, and admired from afar. But behind the designer suits and spotless image was a heart hardened with pride, until one moment brought her to the floor, literally. Stay with me, because what happened after that moment, it didn't just change her life, it changed who she was. In the heart of Accra's airport residential area stood a mansion laced with imported marble and secrets. It belonged to Naa Dedei Okai, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Okai, founders of the powerful Okai Group. Naa Dedei lived like Accra's royalty. She moved through life wrapped in luxury, chauffeur-driven convoys, exclusive Parisian shopping sprees, and weekend escapes to private villas in the Volta Highlands. Her closet could rival a boutique, and her skincare came straight from Switzerland. She was spoiled, shielded, and sharp-tongued. Advice bounced her off. Correction irritated her. To her, anyone who wasn't rich was just background noise. Staff trembled at her footsteps. She snapped at people for using the wrong tone or even arriving a minute late. At 22, her parents had her down. Her father, voice calm but firm, said, "Nah, you must be more than a name, more than the money. One day, this empire will be yours. But will you be ready?" Her mother added gently, "Power with no purpose can ruin a life." Now rolled her eyes. To her, life was good. Why fix what wasn't broken? But life had other plans. Just a year later, while she was hosting a birthday dinner in East Legon, a phone call changed everything. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Okai, had boarded a private jet from Dubai that morning. But somewhere over the Sahara, the aircraft lost contact. Hours later, the news confirmed it. The plane had crashed. No survivors. The world around Naa bled. The media swarmed like vultures hungry for headlines. Naa Dedei locked herself in a room. She sat on the floor in her mother's robe, staring at the last photo they had taken together. Tears finally came, slow and silent, soaking the edges of the picture. For 2 days, she said nothing. She didn't eat, didn't speak. On the third day, she rose. She walked into her father's study, the scent of his cologne still lingering on the chair. And when the board gathered, unsure of what to expect, he stepped in with steady heels and said, "Schedule the meeting. I'm taking over." At 25, she became CEO. Ruthless, feared, ice cold. By 30, she was power in heels, firing staff at will, living in isolation, backing orders like a general. The only thing that reminded her of her vulnerability was her asthma inhaler, always within reach. Then came the day the air ran out. Ebo, her long-time PA, entered late. She exploded, insults, shouting, fury. Her breath tightened. Her voice cracked. My inhaler." It wasn't there. Her hands searched the drawer, the table, even the pockets of her blazer, panic rising with each empty grasp. Her inhaler was gone. She remembered. Well, too late. It was in a gym bag already in the car downstairs, packed by her assistant for her post-work session. Then she collapsed. Ebo rushed to her side, calling her name. Minutes passed like hours, but she survived. 3 days in a hospital bed. When she woke up, she didn't speak, she just wept. "I'm sorry," she whispered. That was the beginning. Slowly, things began to shift. She greeted her staff each morning, sometimes with a smile and a warm, "How's the family?" Even the security guard at the gate paused in disbelief the first time she said, "Good morning, Kwabena. You doing okay?" In meetings, she listened more than she spoke. She encouraged fresh ideas, invited junior staff to present their thoughts. The office atmosphere began to shift, and the company, it soared. Productivity rose. What was once a cold empire now had a heartbeat. Naa Dedei had now learned how to lead with grace. Naa Dedei's story reminds us of this simple truth. Real power isn't in how high you rise, but in how you treat people on the way up. And in the end, it wasn't weakness that made her strong. It was her humility. Now let me ask you, have you ever had a moment that changed how you see yourself or how you treated others? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this story made you pause and reflect, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more life lessons through African stories. See you in the next one.